What is happening, y'all? SpOrder back with more Bloodborne, and in this episode we are going to try to kill Ebrietas. So she is a kin enemy that is weak to bolt and weak to fire. She's slightly more weak to bolt, so we're going to be using bolt paper on our weapon. So she is located. So we're going to take the fucking... forgot what it's called. The waypoint to Lumen Flower Gardens. This is where we killed the Celestial Emissary. And now this my first playthrough. This took me forever to figure out where I need to go from here. And literally all you have to do is attack that window. So we're gonna come down onto these onto the child here, and we're gonna kill it. The celestial baby. We're gonna come over here, grab this loot. Now this is a call beyond. This thing is ridiculous. Basically, so you need 40 in arcane for this, and basically what it does is it creates a star that will home in on enemies, and this will absolutely wreck anything you come across, basically. Including this boss. You will absolutely destroy this next boss if you're going an arcane build and you use a call beyond. You will destroy any boss you come across, really. Alright, so we're going to kill those two enemies. We're going to take the elevator down. Now there's a bunch of children in here. We're going to kill all of these. And then we have our we have Damien of Mensis. So we don't have any Impurity League summons for this fight. We only have the one NPC summon. So we are definitely going to summon him. He makes things a hell of a lot easier for us. He basically acts as a meat shield. Well, we can just beat on the boss. So we're gonna summon him. And we're gonna walk into the Altar of Despair. Doesn't that sound delightful? So he's not gonna follow us in just yet because this is the boss room. So this is the boss. This is Ebrietas, or Ebrietas. I don't know how to say it. But this is the thing's face. And you can actually get a pretty good look at it before you attack it. She won't aggro until you attack. So, as you can see, it looks pretty creepy. So what we can do is we can do a charged R2. I have never gotten a thing like that. I have never gotten a visceral off the start. Ooh. So we're gonna apply our bolt paper. And so now this is a she has a couple of attacks. We're gonna fight her unlocked. That will help us quite a bit here. So she will, periodically throughout the fight, she will try to basically fly away across the boss window. So when she does that, we want to back away from her. She will do that head slam that she just did. So as you can see, with Damien of Mensis basically tanking a lot of the boss hits, we are absolutely shredding this boss. So that is her trying to basically fly away and back up, so we can continue chasing. And all we're really doing is we're staying on the boss's ass, basically. So our bolt paper is gone, so we're gonna apply more bolt paper. Now she's doing an attack here called a Call Beyond. And if you get hit by this, you will die. 100%. So, that is that is actually the tool that we just picked up. Oh man, camera, please. So that was 100% the cleanest kill I've ever done on that. Yes, yes, spin to win, spin to win. Yes. Gotta love the NPC summons. Okay, so we have killed that boss, so that's a good thing. We can look at this. This is the Altar of Despair. So basically, what this is, it's primarily used to bring back an NPC covenant later in the game, which we will cover very shortly now that Ebrietas is dead. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna level up. She's not worth very many echoes, as you saw. She's only worth about 30,000. So she's really only good for one level at this point. But we can still level up with her echoes. So, and levels are starting to get expensive. We need 30,000, almost 31,000 to level up. Now, what we will do is we are going to... So now that Ebrietas is dead, we are going to show you some things. We're going to show you what the Chalice Dungeons actually are. I've been talking about these for a while now. So, basically what we can... Oh, I need some echoes. So, basically what we're going to do is we're just going to showcase exactly what these are. So, we're going to use a 5... And basically, you need a certain amount of ingredients per chalice. So, like, for the Great Is that we just got from her, we need 9 Ritual Blood 5s. Ritual Blood rank 5. We need 3 Pearl Slugs. We need 25 Arcane Haze. And we need 11,000 Echoes. Like, that's a pretty significant investment to be able to do a Great Is chalice. So... we're going to initially create the first Chalice Dungeon. So I'm going to do a couple of these just to show you exactly what this is. So I honestly was not expecting to kill Ebrietas that easily. That was by far my cleanest run. Alright, so we're going to light the lamp here. Now, basically, like I was talking before, these are essentially procedurally... Some of them are procedurally generated chalice, or procedurally generated dungeons. Now, the root chalices are procedurally generated, and the regular chalices, so the Tomb Root chalice that we just used, is always a fixed dungeon. So, so everyone that comes down into the Tomb Root Chalice, this is what they will see initially. Ow. So as you can see, we're basically one-shotting everything in here, because this, you get this chalice right after we had killed Vicar Amelia. So, I'm sorry, we get this chalice right after we killed Bloodstar Beast. So this was quite a while ago that we got this chalice. So, we're going to come in here. And so up here, this is basically, if you look at this doorway here, we can't open this because it's locked by a device. So basically what we need to do is we need to go find basically a lever. If we can find this lever, then we can pick up, I'm sorry, we can use this lever for to unlock that door. So we have to be really careful here because this guy is throwing Molotovs. Ow. And down in this area, there's actually there's that oil water again. So we need to be really careful not to get hit by that. So, and of course he fell down. Really? So we're gonna... Are you gonna climb up or... No, alright, we're just gonna leave you. So now, once again, we have these red-tinted guys, and what these red-tinted guys are is it's just like the Hypogean jail area. So we have these enemies that will basically try to summon these guys. So if we can kill these, it will make all of the red ones disappear. Now, up here we have our first fatty enemy. And you can kind of see him. So, we're going to try to kill pretty much every enemy besides him, so that we can really showcase his boss fight. So, these are kind of like mini-bosses. They will normally be guarding the levers, so we can parry them pretty easily. Oh, shit. Why do I not have my gun out? Now, later on down the line, we will encounter this enemy, and it will be incredibly dangerous. There's an enemy that will that looks exactly like that, but it's going to roll extremely quickly. Like I said before, there's not very many enemies that I fear in Bloodborne. Those are one of them. When the fatties that roll. So we're going to drop down, because there's a bagman down here. As you can see, this is a really these enemies are meant to be on par of where you would go directly after finishing Old Yarn. So you're gonna find a whole bunch of like consumable items in here and shit, like things like Molotovs that we just picked up. So we're gonna come out through here, and then at the end of every level in a Chalice Dungeon, we're going to do a boss fight. Now, some of these boss fights are actually pretty interesting. Not all of them are in the base game. Actually, there's a good number of them that are not in the base game. But unfortunately, there's quite a few of these boss fights that are basically just reworked fights from the base game. So, like, in one of them, you actually literally have a giant pig as a boss. So this is a new enemy that we've never faced before. This is the Undead Giant. So this guy is really easy. As you can see, we are basically just destroying this guy. Ooh. Right. So honestly, we kill him so fast that we can't really even see very many of his boss mechanics, unfortunately. Now, like I said before, Chalice Dungeons are the best place to farm very high level blood gems. So like that one that we just got was an Adept Blood Gemstone 3. So it's thrust attack up plus 10, and it's add physical attack 5.7. So we're actually going to put this in our Saw Spear. This is quite a bit better than the one we currently have, so that's actually really good. That will get us our stupid gesture system. That will get us our thrust damage on our Saw Spear when we use it, and it will also get us our added physical damage for the serrated bonus. So that's very good. So we're gonna come into here. Basically, at the very beginning of these dungeons, you will have this door, and basically you just need to find the lever. So you're essentially just running past a lot of enemies when you do these Chalice Dungeons. You're really trying to just find the lever as quickly as possible and move on. It feels kind of like Elden Ring's, from what I've seen, Elden Ring's dungeons are what Chalice Dungeons should have been. Elden Ring's dungeons are looking very impressive, so I can't wait to play those. Now, there's a lot of traps and shit in these dungeons, so you kind of have to be careful. There's a lot of, like, pressure plate traps and shit, so, like that. And that will generally, it will either spawn a bunch of enemies just like this one did, or it will spawn, or it will, like, trigger a detonation, like, you know, it'll throw, like, spikes and shit at you. So here's a bagman. And this is not the item that we need, I don't think. Nope. Because we are only going to be doing one of these, so we don't need any Ritual Blood 2s. We're just going to keep on trucking. So, I haven't done enough Chalice Dungeons yet, so I don't know exactly where all the levers and shit are. There we go. So that is the lever down there, guarded by another fatty. So this is the rolling fatty. This guy is he's pretty scary. As you can see, he's very hard to stagger. He has quite a bit of health for this level. So those are pretty dangerous enemies. So we now have the main area unlocked, so we can go back. We're going to heal up there. So we're going to go back to the main area, and we're going to go unlock that door. And then move on. Move on into the next boss fight. This guy's trying to throw poison knives at me. How dare you? You die for that, sir. So we are now. So this is this is 3 fatties. They all have different, basically styles of weapons that they use. One of them has a gun, as you can see. One has a big saw, basically saw cleaver here. Ow! Oh my goodness! Stop that. So these enemies can actually be quite dangerous. So you kind of want to separate them and kill them, so you don't have, so you're not getting shot by the gun constantly, and basically you just want to kind of separate them. All right, so we got one dead. So we're gonna take out the other one, and then we're gonna take out Mr. Gunbro. So we're gonna parry this one, because these guys are pretty easy to parry, and that will end up our parry literally one-shot him. That's funny. All right. So the root chalice that we just got, that is the procedurally generated style of dungeons. So we got another adept blood gemstone +3, or I'm sorry, rank 3. So maybe it's good. Blunt attack up. So I don't ever use blunt attacks for the most part, so that's not very good for me, unfortunately. All right, so we are going to exit the Chalice Dungeon here. And now that Ebrietas is dead, we're going to be going on to the next area. So, first things first, we are going to get out of our ugly as hell choir set. And we're going to put on our hunter set. Because our hunter set is, in my opinion, it's the best looking set in the game. It's the one from the trailer. It's the one you see the normal hunter wear. It's just a really good looking set, in my opinion. So, in order to move on to the next area, you have to have a certain item. Now, we picked up this item quite a while ago. We picked up this Cainhurst summons in Yosefka's clinic. There's a hint on the bottom here. It says, "Do not hesitate. The stagecoach leaves from Hemrick Crossing." So, we're going to go back to the witch's abode, where we killed the bitches of Hemwick, and we are going to run all the way down to a pillar, down in the middle of the executioner area. And this will lead us into the next area. It will lead us into Cainhurst Castle. So we're just going to run basically as fast as we can, skipping as many enemies as possible. Excuse me, ladies. Now we do kind of have to be careful because that executioner, as you can see, he will try to jump after us and kill us. So as long as we have this in our inventory, the Cainhurst summons in our inventory, all you have to do is approach this pillar, and then we will get a cutscene. Those horses do not look too healthy. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I see a mysterious carriage that just rolls up out of nowhere, I always get in it. Seems to be the best for your health. So all you gotta do is ride the carriage, and then you'll get another cutscene. So we are now on our way to Cainhurst Castle. Now this is the home of the Vilebloods. As you remember, Alfred hunts the Vilebloods. So at the end of this level, we will be getting an item that will allow us to send Alfred here. The Vilebloods are basically Bloodborne's version of vampires. Man, I love FromSoft and their cutscenes. They're so good. So if you look behind us, the bridge is out, and the carriage is frozen over, and the horses are long dead. So, yeah, pretty interesting way to get here. So all we're gonna do is approach this gate, and it will open automatically for us. Now these, so we're gonna light the lamp. Now, this area, this initial area, has some of my least favorite enemies in the game. It has those bullshit worm things down here, where that we had in the Forbidden Woods Swamp. The ones that do a ridiculous amount of chip damage to you, and they just hurt. They're very hard to kill. So first things first, we're going to come over here and we're going to grab the Frenzied Cold Blood. This area over here is a shortcut that we will unlock later. It's going to be very useful for a boss fight. Now, there's a piece of loot down there. It is a blood gem. I don't remember what blood gem it is. I don't remember if I need it. But as you can see, there's a worm right there. And when we drop down, there's another one right there. When we drop down, there's going to be a whole bunch that spawn. So all we're going to do is we're gonna come down here. We're gonna grab that loot and run the fuck away from all these worms. Yeah. So as you can see, all the worms are out. Tempering blood gemstone, and we're running like, cause fuck these worms. These worms are the absolute worst. So let's see what that gem is. Let's see if it's worth it. I don't remember exactly what it was. Physical attack up, 9.5. Physical up near death. So that's not something that I would ever use on my own personally. The 9.5 isn't bad, but the I don't typically like to use blood gems that require you to be near death, because I don't like being near death, to be quite frank. So these things, these are bloodsuckers. Oh my god, they're basically cricket things that do an insane amount of fucking damage. And they're just bullshit. They do a lot of damage. They're very hard to kill. They're very hard to kill. And there's a lot of them, so. Now, they will drop a lot of blood-tinged gemstones, so if you are going for a blood-tinged build, you definitely want to kill these. They are the best farming in the game for blood-tinged gemstones, so. Oh my god. Die, you piece of shit. And they're disgusting. Like, they explode in a bunch of blood. So, right there, we have some numbing mist. And then over here, as we continue on, there's more and more of them. But fortunately, they are only outside of the castle here. They're not anywhere else. So after we finish all of this area, we can kind of just run away from them. Fuck off! Like, these things are worse than the fucking skeleton parts. Like, I hate these things so much. Alright, so. Over here, these two were guarding a piece of loot. And we can pick up some more numbing mist. Numbing mist, if you remember, it prevents enemy healing, so. And I don't think that there's anything down there. There's just more bloodsuckers if you want to kill them. Personally, I don't. I hate them. So, we're going to try not to. Now, we're going to open up this door, just in case I die. So, all you have to do is approach it, and the door opens on its own. And then there's a group of 3? Yeah, group of 3 of these bloodsuckers back here. So we're gonna try to sneak up on this one here. Oh no. Oh, you're not dead. Oh no. Oh no. So now that big one, it explodes in a bunch of blood. So if you really like being covered in blood, that's all you gotta do. Just kill that, and then your entire outfit is covered in blood. It's great. Some more numbing mist. Now these guys were guarding a lot of pretty good shit over here. They had some more numbing mist, some more cold blood. So now we can go into the castle here. Let me check my time. And so we're gonna tackle the actual castle in the next episode. So. What we're going to do is we're going to go back onto the lantern. We're not going to hit it just yet because I don't need to. I really want to unlock that shortcut before I do the lantern. So, thanks for stopping on by. I hope you really enjoyed it. And, yeah, stick around for the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.